I have awful hat hair. Sorry for the awful hair, and I'm going to change it so you guys don't see the ceiling.
There we go.
Because I think we're more interesting than the ceiling. I hope so.
I don't know. We got a pretty boss ceiling.
Those drop ceilings. Drop it like it's hot.
You're on fire today. All right, let's see. Am I going to be able to be visible where we are?
Yeah. I'm visible.
Okay.
You're visible.
I'm visible. You're visible. All right, I got to get my fiber. I got to get my fiber.
You got to roll. So welcome to the day 7.
Day 7. Oh gosh,
We're more than halfway through.
I need a new bobbin.
You got to change bobbins. You got to pick your fiber.
Let me change bobbins first while you're talking, so I can also be on the face.
Oh, I found my flyer.
Yeah, where was it?
In the crook of the couch underneath my big pillow.
Oh, I see.
So
that's what happens when you live on a couch from having a broken back for a week.
2 weeks. Yeah.
All right. I can't show people my bobbin necessarily.
So for day 7, I'm spinning Lakeshore, which is one of my merino silk blends.
I don't know what I'm spinning yet. I haven't rolled the die. So you can just barely see my my wheel. One of the things that I like very much is the fact that I can. Oh, wrong way. Wrong way again.
Get it threaded right.
I can thread. I can treadle the
flyer on,
which is fun to me. I don't know how well anybody saw it, but maybe we'll take a video of that later. All right, time to roll. Now I'm getting nervous because I'm going to get repeat numbers, I'm sure.
Thank you. Evanita, my shawl that I'm wearing is one of my favorites. It even got a compliment from Stephen West. The pattern is Riptide, I think by Danielle Landis. It calls for fingering weight. I knit it in like a worsted weight and it's hand spun. So
I think my die is weighted. I got 6 3s in a row, followed by, 3 6s in a row. 3 6s in a row.
So it's asymmetrical. It layers really nicely, and I use it very often instead of a sweater. But I'm actually really warm now, so I'm going to take it off while I spin. And I have my Granito on from the other day.
I have a different one.
I spun out my. Oh.
I can't tell anybody what I got.
No, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so should I Z pull this? Or
you can.
Let me see if I do this right. So I go like that.
Yeah.
And then when I'm like that.
Go in the other direction.
I can pull here on the outside. There.
Yeah, that's about all I would do.
Okay.
That might make it a little bit easier to draft.
Yep. Big squishy shawls.
So the green is Polworth that I dyed very, very, very long time ago. And then the variegated is an Into the Whirl. I forget what their kind of bits and bobs packs are that I picked up at a Maryland shipping wall.
So we have another extra schlanket that you at some point in time said was mine, and then I see you wearing it more than I do. The Stephen West pattern?
Yeah, that's the Marled Mania.
Yeah. I really like that one.
That one's really good too.
That one is definitely like, you don't need a jacket, you don't need a sweater.
It's a blanket.
I can wear a t-shirt under that thing when it's snowing.
Fingering held double.
It's so squishy.
Oh, this drafts so beautifully.
That one's nice. That one's the day 7. Yeah, I did that one before. I think that was the one that I actually caught up to you on. We almost finished at the same time.
Yeah,
on that day.
Wants to be really fine.
It's a nice bed.
I know. That's one of my favorites.
It's a future bed. But yeah, I finally got to the point where I was rolling way too many not of the number I was supposed to be rolling. So I don't think we have any followers on Instagram right now.
No, we don't have anybody on Instagram yet.
Okay. I don't know if there's a way for us to see how many people we have on YouTube's.
Yeah, it does.
YouTube.
Next to the time,
Yeah.
it has like the two people next to each other and it has a number.
Oh,
So there's 4
it is hidden by our
by our shelf
shelf. Oh,
for contrast.
yep. Bad for us. Good for them, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're spinning really fine.
Yeah, it's going to be a problem. It's not too bad, but
Where's the
I'm
control card?
over here. But I'm spinning at like 22 and I want to be at 18. So I've got to slow my feet down. I got to chill.
What about where I've been? You don't want to be balancing. You're like, oh God, where'd my drink go? There. That's the important thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
The pattern, is it by Danielle Landis, Jill?
Yes.
There you go. Well, now you know.
And I've made a fingering weight one too, but I actually like it better in a heavier weight yarn. It sits better on the shoulders.
Okay, I've gotten to my relaxed pose again.
Yeah, and I managed to slow down my feet.
So posted a bunch of stuff, or I sent a bunch of stuff to you today, and I was like, yeah, we should totally talk about this on the stream tonight. And again,
there was the
like
Bill and Ted.
Oh yeah.
You sent me that.
All right. So I there's something I didn't send you about.
I didn't get to finish the video.
Well, there's a video?
Yeah.
I didn't see the video. Right. So okay, first off, there's finally going to be a third Bill and Ted movie. I don't know if anybody cares about it except for me, but I grew up with Bill and Ted, watching it with my brother, and it was amazing. I loved it. It is one of the dumbest movies ever, but it's a fantastic. It was a stoner movie before stoner movies were a thing.
Yeah.
And it had no drug references, or at least none that I picked up as a child. And it was absolutely hilarious. I loved it. It had one main principle: be excellent to each other. And now they're making a third one. And if you don't know about Bill and Ted, Keanu Reeves got his big start in Bill and Ted, oddly enough. So imagine Keanu Reeves in a stoner movie, and then you'll understand why it's so amazing. So, but then I learned about something else which I haven't told you about yet, Jill. 2020 is apparently the year of Keanu Reeves, because not only is there going to be Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure 3, not only is Cyberpunk 2077 video game coming out, which features Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Matrix 4 comes out in 2020 with Keanu Reeves.
There's going to be a Matrix 4?
There's going to be a Matrix 4. Nobody knows anything about it. Nobody knows if it, takes place with, a sequel world, if the original trilogy actually still exists, or if it's a complete reboot. Nobody knows anything. But we do know that Keanu Reeves is going to be.
I have been wanting to watch the Matrix movies again.
Yeah.
And see how they've
aged.
20 years later, which is weird.
That's not true. They're not 20 years
old.
No,
99.
that's not
the
true.
First one.
That would mean
That's
almost
when we graduated
40.
from high school. You are almost 40.
Shut up! Stop lying to the audience. You're not lying. All right. Yeah, so we should watch them again. I really want to show it to the kids,
but
I think it's so
super
violent.
ironic over the hill party when we turned 40, because my parents did that. They made such a big deal about turning 40. Oh, theirs wasn't.
I was going to say, I don't know. Think your parents know the meaning of ironic.
No.
So, what would our super ironic over the hill 40?
Oh, I can remember the declaration. Over the hill? No, 40 was over the hill back in the 80s.
Okay.
That's when my dad bought his sports car for his 40th birthday party. For his 40th birthday. When he got a Scirocco.
Yeah. Well,
So you got your sporty little car a couple years early.
Yep. I've got my electric Bolt, and I am saving the world and speeding along at the same time. So what? Again, what would a
you have to have tombstone decorations.
Oh God!
Lots of black and silver.
What?
Yeah.
This is sounding like a terrible idea.
It was the thing back in the 80s.
It's the 80s,
This
so it
would have
can't
been
be wrong.
86 when my dad turned 40.
It was the 80s, so it can't be wrong. Oh my God, what are you doing? You're gonna get blended in my fiber.
My take up isn't awesome, so my bobbin's getting.
We're gonna have to go back into the video afterwards, and you can see how much in my face you were.
I'm always in your face.
That's true. So yeah.
It's a week till Christmas, and all of our Christmas shopping is done.
Is it really?
I think.
We have to start actually cataloging and wrapping. You know, we get to this point where
I started opening the boxes.
Yeah. My brother said he sent me something from Amazon, but they wouldn't wrap it. So
everybody's telling me this year, which is funny because everything I've bought from Amazon to send to people has had the option of wrap.
Because you're buying stuff with Prime. And
oh no, I'm buying stuff that's being sold by Amazon, not by third-party sellers.
Right. Okay.
That's the big difference.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get in the habit of some things, if it's sold by a third-party seller, to try to find that third-party seller's standalone website and buy directly from them.
Oh, yeah? They have that sort of thing?
Generally, at least for like a lot of hip-string supplies, business supplies, it's the same price as Amazon. It's the same. Usually, it's free shipping as well, but more money is going to be going directly to the supplier, and Amazon doesn't take their cut.
Yeah. It's a smart idea.
It's something to remember for like fiber people too. Some people have
Etsy shops,
and then their own standalone, like Hipstrings does. And I keep my Etsy because it gets as much in sales as my standalone, but my fees are a lot less. I get to keep more of my money with hipstrings.com compared to my Etsy shop.
Put this next to mine. It's black, so I can't tell if I'm spinning the same weight or not.
That's what a control card's for.
Yeah, but I didn't use the control card on the previous one.
You could pull off a length.
Stop you with your logic. All right, what did I do with the control card?
You didn't balance it on money. That's what I
got
remember.
it here. Yeah, so I would argue that is. Say 18 or 20.
That's about where you've been every night.
No, I want to put down the fiber. I don't want to put down the
control
card. This is probably closer to 16. Maybe a little bit thinner. Not a whole lot more, but
no. That's an easy adjustment too. And I see you've made it. In Jill's back progress news, I made a bat today.
Yeah, which it's funny that
myself.
that is a an achievement.
I managed to figure out a way to pull it off that mainly uses upper body strength and not twisting my back to do it.
Good. Well, so now you'll be able to produce more bats.
Well, I'm doing my fiber club first, which I have to do 6 bats for.
Well, you said you did dying today too, right?
And I died today too.
Have you used the new pump?
No, that'll be tomorrow.
Okay.
And that's the part that's hard on my back. Actually, setting things up is not that hard on my back. It'll be emptying dye pots and getting them in the spinner. That's the heavy lifting. So I need to remember to bring in my back brace tomorrow so that I don't twist.
Yeah, that'll be good. I brought your disc in, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
I got to pick up Jill's X-ray CD, which I kind of want to just download the data and show it off. Oh, hey, look, it's Javiera, my cousin.
Yeah.
Hi, Javiera.
All the way from Chile.
All the way from Chile. Now we've gone international with our podcast. So, Javiera, for your information, because I think you're the first one that's joined on the Instagram side, this is our, we're doing what's called a Spinalong. Jill's got a business called Hip Strings, and we end up selling a bunch of yarn and fiber and all sorts of supplies.
Tools.
And part of that is a 12-day spin along. So each day we've got different types of fiber that we are spinning into yarn, and we're doing it with a bunch of other people that are doing it on the internet that have also bought the same kit. So yeah, that's why I'm sitting in front of a wheel and doing weird pinching motions. Can't imagine like somebody who doesn't know anything about spinning just coming on and watching this and being like, "What's going on? I don't understand."
Oh, and I've got to make a set of bats for the Diamonds cowl so that I can spin and knit up a sample for booth.
Diamonds cowl is what?
Design in the latest issue of Ply, the prep issue, is designed by Tanis Gray, and I did the Spin This article. So I have an article that describes how to create the fiber and card it and spin it for the pattern. So I want to have that ready for Flyaway.
Good. When is Flyaway?
Flyaway is April 14th through 18th.
Yeah, I think you got plenty of time
in
for
Kansas City. To card it and spin it and knit it.
Oh, okay. You're doing all that stuff, yeah.
Yeah. The spinning, I think, when I did it last year, took me about a week or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did 12 ounces of spinning for that. And it's DK weight singles, which takes a lot of concentration for me because it's not my default weight.
Yeah.
Lots of use of a control card for that spin. And then it's a colorwork cowl, so.
Oh, that was the beautiful, like, mint and red one,
Yeah, mint
right?
and berry are the two colors.
Gotcha.
So I made up kits for it this week and put them online for the fiber. And then I need to make some bats. I'll photograph that because I am also offering, bats to spin. People don't want to do the carding themselves.
I'm going to be my drink.
So I'm slowly getting back in the swing again.
In case we didn't catch the message too late, Evanita, have a good night. It's perfectly fine for you to cut out
Take
early.
a break.
I think she's looking at the number. It seems like she's already left, but I believe she's probably been the only one that's joined us every night. So I don't know anybody else on that's
David
joined us every night. Dave didn't join us the first. Yeah, since we've been YouTubing, Dave has joined us every night, but not
and Laura
not the
has
first
joined
nights.
us most nights.
Yeah, Laura didn't join last night. Though.
Yeah, she did for a second.
For a hot second.
For a hot second.
A hot second.
I was catching up on the Knit Girls podcast this week, today.
And?
Yeah, it was good. I'm catching up on Fat Squirrel. which I was glad I did because she had surgery.
Oh, how's she doing?
Okay, she's got some follow-up stuff. They found some stuff that was not great. So she has follow-up stuff, tests to do.
No bueno.
No bueno.
I had, for hiring that person, I had that meeting with the HR lady today, and she actually asked how you were. And,
Yeah.
Which I thought was very nice, and then I realized to tell her that you had a problem with your back. So apparently news travels fast in PPG.
Yeah. Well, that's like the time I went to drop off Chris at preschool, and he was wearing a new hand knit sweater, and somebody asked me if I knit it, and I said yes, and they said, "Are you hip strings?" Because they said, "I think I follow you on Instagram."
I can spa. Thank you for joining us for 3 nights. That's fantastic. I'm so sorry.
So yeah, that was kind of an odd interchange that one of the other moms at preschool follows me on Instagram. It's so like, I got pigtails again. Shush.
I thought your woolly winder's supposed to prevent that stuff.
If I actually had a brake on the bobbin, it wouldn't do this.
Oh, you're doing.
I'm doing air braking.
For air brake. Oh, okay.
I'm doing bobbin lead, and so there's no brake on the flyer.
Speed wheel edition.
Yeah, there's no brake on the flyer, so the uptake is fairly light.
Yay!
And the bobbin is getting more full, so it needs greater take up.
Spa has been enjoying us.
Which we are entertaining.
And she's also been doing while she's been crocheting. So
yeah,
which is weird that
I've been seeing her progress on Instagram.
She's been crocheting during a spin-along.
But she's been spinning too.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay then.
I've been seeing her posts.
I mean, it would be okay if she was just crocheting. That's fine too. I just thought it was odd.
No.
At least she's doing a fiber art. That's the important thing, right? Not like our.
I don't necessarily do fiber arts while watching my fiber.
Yes, but
podcast.
When it's a spin along thing.
Sometimes I guess sometimes I'm working, which is I guess technically fiber art. Sometimes doing accounting does not feel like fiber art.
See, this is not a podcast. This is this is just us hanging out and chatting while there's a camera on.
Yeah.
Which feels a little bit narcissistic. But as long as we're entertaining you, that's all that matters. And entertaining ourselves, I guess.
Yeah. We have been enjoying doing live streams.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to find some way to do something like it in the new year.
Once I get over myself and the whole,
having a schedule and commitment.
No. The whole thing about I've got to do a whole amount of beautiful editing and post-production for the podcast. Once I get over that, maybe we'll just do this as our podcasts and we'll go from there. And we'll use actually the good camera, not what's going on with your laptop now. With proper lighting and everything. She's spinning after work, crocheting, hand spun before bed. That's probably a better idea. Although I don't crochet yet, I say. Yeah. I've got a Star Wars amigurumi kit waiting for me.
Yeah. I'm not fond of amigurumi.
Yeah, I love making cute stuffed animals and knitting. Yeah, okay, I've knit a couple of stuffed animals, but it doesn't seem quite as nice or organic as making an amigurumi. You know?
Yeah.
So what else?
So I
do
hope
we
you're
talk
in a
about?
spinning mood after the spin along,
Oh no, it'll be like another year before I spin again.
because I'm hoping that maybe I can wind a warp and start dressing your loom.
Oh, that would be nice. That would be a great Christmas present. So I don't know how many.
I just have to figure out what weight you're spinning your alpaca, so I can match it to a weft.
I don't know how long ago it was, but we got some local alpaca from.
This was a couple of years ago,
Yeah,
3 or
it's like
4 years.
Really? 3 or 4?
Yeah, yeah. Probably close to 4. It was before Chris.
Oh gosh. And sorry, I'm just looking for the other topics we were going to talk about. And so I've been spinning it, and I've been spinning it without carding initially, and that was great for a while, and then I got bored of it. And then Jill carded me up a wonderful bat of the alpaca fiber, and so now I've been going through that.
Because you want to weave yourself a poncho.
Because I want to weave myself a poncho, and it's this beautiful, like light brown
cinnamon.
There you go. I was just about to ask you, what is the proper fancy term for that color of brown?
You can tell who does color in this relationship.
Yeah. Well, you have more, what is it, cones or receptors?
I have more red cones.
So I leave all the color decisions to you.
Yeah.
I can't visualize color very well. That is
Thankfully,
one
our daughter
flaw.
also has my diverse color sense. She did one of the tests for distinguishing colors, and she got.
See, I can see all those colors. When I do those tests, I do just as well as you do.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I don't have the imagination for it. I don't. Maybe I need to do some other sort of training. But like, when I'm thinking about,
I've got books on color.
I want to paint a house, right?
Yeah.
My brain doesn't immediately go like, okay, it would look like this in this color. It would look like this in this color. No,
you don't have the visual.
I can visualize what the dimensions would be if you turned it upside down and changed the aspect ratio. But changing color, no, I just can't. I can't get it. I don't know why.
Yeah. Our daughter actually picked out the color for our family room.
And it's gorgeous. It works so perfectly.
Like, she did the whole searching through all the paint chips and picked a color. And then I just came home from the studio one Saturday. And they're like, so, can we paint the family room this color? I'm like, actually, that's perfect.
Yeah, the way it went, I recall more like being Gab said, I want to pick the color of the living room, and you said, okay, but I get the final decision. And you were rather surprised, as I was, when she came up with an actual choice in color that was actually good.
Yeah. It's this beautiful kind of not quite sea foam, a little bit more blue, but a little bit of a green.
Gray. It's a gray.
No, it's like the sea
It's a
foam
bluish
gray. It's not quite a neutral, but very close to it. And it goes very well with the woods we have in there and the color of the trim around the windows.
Which we also painted. We painted the trim around the windows.
Oh, yeah, we did. I don't know. It's a very lovely color, and it works very well with the rest of the house and everything else. It's better than the beige and the... It's better than the color it used to be, which was a lovely late 80s beige.
Late 80s beige. You got a time period associated with the color. See, that's the stuff I could never do. Give me a font, I can tell you exactly what it is.
Yeah, we keep on buying houses that people paint beige. And we are not beige people.
Well, you know the philosophy behind that, right? Like, initially...
It's supposed to be inoffensive? Well, and I find it highly offensive.
The whole point is when you're selling a house, you want to make it so that it is most neutral for everybody.
They did not... Okay. some people, paint a house right before they sell it to make it that neutral palette, to make it more appealing. The people we bought houses from did not do any painting before trying to sell the house. It was just their color that they picked. And someday I will eliminate all the beige from this house.
All of it.
All of it. There's a lot of it.
Yep, there's some beige in the room.
Yeah, the basement is...
Except for the one wall we painted
beige,
for hip strings.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we painted this for hip strings, which is actually the blue we used at my studio, too. My studio, when I moved into the space, it was like...
Beige.
Turmeric. No, it was turmeric.
Oh, that's
it
right.
Was yellow.
Yeah, it had this yellow.
The bathroom is still yellow. We painted it mostly white. And then the stairwell is this blue color, which is hip strings blue, which is very close to the Pantone color of the year for 2020.
2020.
Which
and it's
I
very
take,
close to the PPG color of the year, too. So
yeah, which I take as 2020 is going to be an excellent year for hip strings.
It's the year of hip strings.
The year of hip strings.
I get a problem.
What's your problem?
My hands are cramping up, and I'm like half the way through the fiber.
You have no stamina.
I've been doing this for 7 days.
Exactly. No stamina.
Oh, God.
10,000 hours, Nick. Gotta get your 10,000 hours in.
Well, I've done 7.
I'm probably on like 20,000 by now.
Well, is there something that you've read all the sorts of ergonomic books on this? Is there something I can do to that I'm doing wrong
Which hand is
ergonomically?
cramping?
It's actually right here for some reason.
Try to do you should always try to do palms up.
Should do palms up. Interesting.
That's easier on your hand, on your wrists.
Yeah, no, there's been no new comments. It's a quiet night.
It is.
It was the night.
It's
before
hump
Christmas.
day.
It's hump day. It'd be pretty light in attendance today too. So, oops. Spinning wrong way. Spinning wrong way. Oh god. All right, I'm back.
Maybe other people have realized that it's just a week till Christmas. And shipping deadlines are near.
Yeah, that is a critical event. We need to right before the podcast and right after. I'm going to be working on painting my Beskar before sending out to my brother and his family.
And I've been wrapping presents.
Oh, and for those of you, if anybody has been following The Mandalorian and you don't know, The Mandalorian released early this week. It's the penultimate estimate.
Yeah, penultimate
episode. What did I say estimate? Penultimate episode dropped today instead of Friday, presumably because on Friday they want you to go and see
Star Wars:
The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, the sneak peek didn't have any spoilers. It was like one.
It's all spoilers to me.
It was like one 1-minute scene and then stuff from one of the first trailers. But the reviews are starting to come out, and
the reviews that Google is trying to feed me that I'm desperately trying to avoid.
They're trying to be like
range everywhere from
like controversial and
this is the worst movie ever to oh my god, this redeems the entire
oh my
Star
gosh,
Wars
it's
franchise.
so much fan service. Everything you ever wanted from a Star Wars movie is in this movie. Yeah, I read those too.
I didn't read any of the articles. I just read the headlines, and I'm like, damn it, Google.
Yeah.
I've avoided. I actually haven't even watched any of the. I watched the first trailer, and that's it. I haven't watched any of the other trailers except for the TV spot that Hulu forced me to watch. Like, guys.
Yeah,
I know seeing
Google
it.
feeds
Stop
me stuff that
it.
is supposed to be like controversial and get people all upset about because that's what
gets the clicks.
That is what gets people to spread stuff on social media.
Gets the clicks, gets the taps.
No moderation on the internet.
Is it clicks still, or do you call them taps now?
I've never heard it called taps.
No, that's not what I was meaning. When I was getting your disc, the poor lady who had trouble with her CD burner, it turns out that the reason why she had trouble with the CD burner because the person who had, from the IT group, had installed her new CD drive, had installed the drive with the plug upside down. And the IT guy that fixed it was like, I wonder why this was
This
so
is why
difficult.
we spend so much money on healthcare.
Yeah, I wonder why this was so difficult to remove the plug. And yep, sure enough, it was because it was installed upside down. The guy just jammed it in, the previous guy. So, but then she's going and double clicking on everything. I'm just like, is it? There's a whole generation of people that double click on everything. You double click on web links. You double click on app icons. You double click on OK buttons. And here's my PSA for the night. Most things anymore don't require double clicking. If you are starting up a program in Windows, that requires a double click, and that's probably just about it. So I felt bad for her because I can't imagine all the times where she's double clicking and she accidentally causes two things to happen instead of one, or something like that.
Mm.
Anyways, that's my PSA. Double click only when you need to.
So it looks like we might get to road trip with Anna for the fly.
Yeah. You say we as in the one that is not me.
Sam and I.
You gotta be, let's see. Oh, apparently we said something funny at some point in time.
I'm glad you're amused.
There's a weird delay with the chat,
Yeah.
which I can't quite tell if it's us being able to pay attention because, again, as I've mentioned previously, I'm greatly enjoying
multitasking.
Well, no, I'm greatly enjoying actually seeing what I'm spinning and being able to control rather than the blind T-Rex spinning that I'm used to doing. But two, I feel like there's a randomized delay in terms of where the comments come in, and it probably has to do with the latency of the video supply.
I can't wait for you to get to take a spinning class with Jillian this summer.
Yeah, I apologize to anybody if we take too long to respond to your comments.
We are trying to pay attention.
Yeah.
Because Jillian taught at SSK the first year, which you didn't attend the retreat.
That is true. I only attended the.
So you haven't really gotten to meet
Jillian,
and you and Jillian will get along.
You think so? Well, I get along with just about all of our spinning friends, but actually all of our spinning friends. There's no just about it.
Yeah.
Spinning people or fiber people are the best people in the world. Knitters, spinners, crocheters, weavers, quilters are in a different category. But if you do,
if you work with yarn,
or fiber, you are the best people in the world. I always try to subtly drop in when I'm meeting a new person for work or whatever. I always try to talk about fiber to determine whether or not they or somebody
or
they
one
know
of us
are one of us. It is a rare occurrence, but the ones that have done fiber, it's like, okay, instant click, I like you. And Laura has said it's definitely us, apparently related to the, I'm guessing related to the lag.
Yeah. So she's getting to see the chat too. So
yeah,
she's probably noticing before we do.
Well, we will try to be more attentive. I mean, I can totally spin without looking. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to.
I'm spinning at
control.
such great speed that I really have to pay attention.
I am going to keep eye contact.
I'm not even long drawing today.
I'm gonna keep contact with my with the YouTube just to show I can spin without looking. It's just I know that like my I'm getting super thin.
Yeah.
And then I would get really slubby. So also I was feeling like I was gonna look really creepy. I don't know what my face looks like when I'm spinning without looking like a T-Rex.
So I'm wearing new hand knit socks.
Okay. Nice transition there.
They're my first pair of Targi.
Oh, those ones.
socks.
Yeah. Those are cute.
Not my yarn.
Yeah?
But it's Helena's yarn.
Ah,
Pigments.
Oink pigments.
I think her 12th Doctor colorway.
Ah. Which was the 12th one?
The girl.
Oh.
The
We
woman.
haven't seen any
Jodie
episodes
Whittaker.
of that yet.
No, we haven't. Because it hasn't been available,
On
for
Netflix.
streaming for free.
Yeah. Constant vigilance, that is right. I require constant vigilance for maintaining the...
But don't worry, I'll be able to pay
Thickness.
attention to all of you beautiful nerds soon.
Yeah, because Jill
wins again.
Jill wins again. I've given up on racing you. I am just enjoying this time
Spinning.
to spin. This is my time.
Yeah, you don't usually
Meditating.
make time for fiber arts as dedicated as I do.
I don't usually make time for anything except for cleaning up the house, Jill.
Hey, but the kids are helping finally.
When they have the fear of God in them.
No. I said, hey guys, didn't Daddy ask you to, empty the dishwasher this afternoon? And within like a minute, both of them were up in the kitchen
Oh, that's nice.
and emptying the dishwasher.
That makes me feel warm and squishy.
So
Oh, good.
and there's about a 50% chance that if you ask Chris to clean something up, he'll do it.
Jill is finished, and this is how much I have left. Just to give you an idea of how much she has completely kicked my butt. Come on.
You can do it. No. There you go. You can make your wheel go faster.
I know.
You have it on the small
Oh,
part
that's
of
right.
the drive wheel.
Well, I also have it on the smallest here. No, I don't even have it on the smallest of the top part.
I mean, if you want to draft faster.
No, I'm doing this at a nice leisurely pace. This is
You're comfortable?
a meditative
Okay.
situation for me.
I just want to make sure. I'm a speed demon, so I almost always have a wheel on at max.
I feel like I don't need to for this fiber. If I had a shorter staple length fiber, then I might want to. Or if I wanted to do
Long draw.
long draw. So, do you want to tell people about what you are drinking because it is your favorite beverage?
This is the
of
only
choice?
beer I drink anymore. So what I'm drinking is Troegs Mad Elf, which is a seasonal beer. It only comes out at the end of the year, the holidays. So it is a ale brewed with honey and cherries, and it's only released once a year. And apparently, we've actually been to the Troegs Brewery, and this particular beer has an extremely long fermentation time.
Well, one of the other big problems with it, they have a limited. They are only able to produce a limited supply because it produces a lot of head during fermentation.
Yeah, so they can't fully fill the fermentation vats because it produces so much head, and that's why it's kind of, it's a little bit more expensive because it takes longer in the vats, and they can't put as much.
But is it good?
It's good. It's my favorite. So we usually get a 6-pack or 2 each year.
You were excited to find a meadery near your house. Yeah, I actually, I'm weird. I'm a nerd.
There's a good one near Pittsburgh.
Is there?
I forget what's the name of it. Dave and Meredith would always buy it and bring it over to our house when we had gatherings.
You know, and I never tried it. I think because they always brought ones that like had chocolate or caffeine in it or something. But in general,
You're not a big fan of mead.
I'm not a big fan of mead. Well, granted, I've only ever had the Mad Elf, which is kind of like a mead,
No,
but it's
not
very
mead
light.
at all. Like
It's mead-esque.
it is not mead-esque.
It has the
No.
mouthfeel of a mead.
You are wrong.
I am often wrong, but not in this case.
No, you're wrong in this case.
So, but anyway, I had a mead at a Ren fair once a long time ago, and I just didn't like it, and I've sort of been prejudiced against mead since, but I haven't actually had that many to try. Whether or not I like them.
Apis is the name of the meadery near Pittsburgh.
Yeah. We've got Jay is joining on a Mad Elf. Fantastic. And Erwin, Greensburg area, love the hibiscus ginger.
Oh,
Ooh,
that sounds good.
that does sound good. I would try that.
That sounds really good.
Well, we need to get back to brewing ourselves. Maybe we can make one.
We do.
If we can't get it.
You need to make the keiser.
Yeah. And my copious amounts of free time.
I am sure.
Priorities.
Hey, you're about to go on vacation for a week and a half.
Yep. And I need to catch up on video gaming. So Nintendo came out with a year review of gaming. So you could go and get a website, and if you have a Nintendo Switch, it can tell you how much you've played a game and what was your top playing games, and et cetera, et cetera. And the thing that was most important to me was to look how many hours per month you've gamed on the Switch. And for me,
summer was a good time.
It was a total of like 84 hours, which sounds like a big number, but that's for the year. April had a lot of time. I think it was 14 hours.
August were good too.
14 hours for the month of April. June and August, I think, had 8 hours. But May had 1 hour.
And December has
had 0 so far.
Real life has hit hard this month.
Real life has hit hard this month. So I need to remedy that when I actually go on vacation, which is sort of kind of starting tomorrow.
Yeah, you're just working in the afternoon?
Not even. I'm giving blood tomorrow afternoon. I count that as a doctor's appointment. My bloodletting. Come on, if this was the 1400s and the guy was using leeches instead of actual medical equipment, it would be a doctor's appointment. So
yeah, you gotta keep those iron levels in check.
Yep.
Which you actually have problems with.
I have problems keeping my iron up because I donate on a regular basis. I'm up on the several gallon mark.
Well, all the lamb we're going to eat over the holiday should help.
Yeah, we need to thaw out all those lamb chunks.
You want to do a
We're
leg
gonna make
for
the lamb
Christmas?
pate. Yeah, we should do a leg for Christmas.
Yes. And make some lamb pate.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Since we got all the organ meats.
Organ meats. Not to be confused with, just gonna try and
going into a church and harvesting an organ?
Yes, harvesting the parts of an organ. That went weird real quick.
Yeah, that went really weird.
Especially when they call it harvesting.
So we can have lamb for Christmas and lamb for New Year's Eve.
Yep. We're gonna be so sick of lamb that we won't.
I should make lentils tomorrow with the lamb ribs.
Yep, that's a great idea.
So for people who weren't possibly listening one of the other nights, we recently got an entire lamb butchered for us from a local shepherdess I know. So we have an entire lamb to partake of, which I think it was about 44 pounds of lamb. So, not a fiber animal.
Yep. No, we're not depleting the potential fiber supply. And it was the full lamb. That's the thing that
But
fascinates me the most.
It's been a really tasty lamb so far.
Tasty. Yeah, no, tasty. Tasty is the right word. Yeah, and it's all the parts of the lamb, right? So like we got the heart and the kidneys and the
I cooked up a whole bunch of vertebrae for stew the other.
Oh my god, and the as you called it, Baby Yoda food.
Yeah.
The bone broth that you produced from that was like almost milky in flavor. It was really good.
I didn't chop up the spinal cord and put it in the soup. I figured that would not be great.
Yeah, the kids may not enjoy that. So we are really testing the strength of our audience here by with our topics.
Yes, but supporting local farmers.
Supporting local farmers and eating them. I mean, they're supporting.
Not the farmers. You're not eating the farmers.
Right. No, of course not.
I love you.
Thank you. I love you too. So, day 7. Oh, I should make sure that I'm not just. Yeah, I'm good.
So in Sweets on the Wheel, or Sweets Off the Wheel, which is basically the only Ravelry group I participate in, besides my own. So we started the thread of, what are your dreams for 2020 in regards to fiber arts?
Ooh.
So I said that I want to work more on intentional spinning and being like, okay, I want to make yarn that is this weight for this purpose.
That's hard.
And it's a skill I want to develop, and it's mainly because of the commission I did for Ply Magazine.
Yeah.
Of knowing that I have the skills to spin whatever. Even though I usually default to my default, and I just make yarn, and I figure I can make, something I will like from the yarn that I make. So I want to do more intentional spinning, and I want to do more. My hand spun stash is starting to get depleted, and I like to build it up. And I would like to do more spinning that is specific for weaving,
okay,
which has different requirements than creating yarn for knitting.
What is different about weaving yarn?
Weaving yarn is almost always 2-ply. And I usually, for knitting, spin a 3-ply. So for 2-ply, I need to put a lot more twist into the singles and the plying. So it definitely tests my patience. And then ultimately, I would like to get to the point of spinning warp, which my first attempt at putting a hand spun warp on a loom did not go well.
Yeah, well, that was because you were making it way too thick for what the loom could handle.
Right. So, so that's kind of my plan for 2020. We also do a thing called Net Zero Stash Down, to try to get, if you struggle with the size of your stash, trying to get it under management without doing cold sheep, which is, not buy anything. Because when I've tried to just not buy anything, I'm not a rule follower. So if I tell myself I can't have things, then I binge. And so like going and saying, hey, just try not to buy more than you're using has been a much better strategy. And this year I think right now I'm down about 5 pounds out of my stash, which is a pretty significant amount, but I'm still not getting my stash to fit in the space I want it to fit, because I want my stash to be something that I can, when I go to my stash and try to look for something for a project, it doesn't take me more than about 15 minutes to go through the stash and find what I want. But I always want my stash to have something that I want, or be able to go to my studio and find something out of my inventory that I want to use for a project. I do have the benefit of having
a studio
and having my own hand-dyed yarn and stuff to shop from besides my personal stash.
I tend to not buy yarn without a pattern. Fiber is a different story, says I can spa. Yeah, I fall in love with skeins and buy them, but for the most part, I look at skeins.
You don't buy too much.
When I fall in love with a skein, I really fall in love with it. Most of the time, I look at a skein and I'm like, yeah, that gives me inspiration for something that I can ask Jill to make, or I can spin myself, or something.
Yeah, your stash fits in like one little
shoebox container.
Not a shoebox, but a large shoebox.
Yeah. So,
container.
Can I say my before I'm out?
Yeah.
Can I say my fiber wishes for?
Yeah. What are your fiber dreams for 2020?
I think I want to do my poncho, right?
Yeah.
So that requires me to finish my spinning. And actually do that weaving. I would like to hopefully before 2020 knit something with that fiber I spun up for Gab's bunny nuggets.
Yeah.
Hint, hint.
I just have to steam it.
Yeah. You just have to for the past week and a half. Or you can teach me how to steam it.
I will teach you how to steam it.
All right. And I would like to work on my screenplay and finish that in 2020.
That is fiber adjacent.
It's fiber adjacent, yes. And I get to. I'm working on a concept for a movie about a fiber festival and a group of people going to said fiber festival, and it's a rom-com, and we'll go.
It's hilarious.
Electric charka. Oh, you know what? Yes, that should be another thing that I have on my goal list for 2020. The electric charka. We have all the parts and I have the software written and I played around with it. I just need to make it into a thing. So
hey Nick, you've got a week and a half vacation coming up.
Yeah, there's so many things. Do you remember the baking list you gave for me, by the way? I gotta make figgy pudding, I gotta make cookies, I gotta bake at least 2 cakes. We haven't even talked about
2
pies.
cakes? I thought we just talked about 1 cake.
Which was the cake that you talked about?
I just said I wanted a Nick cake for Christmas.
We make pear cake because we got a bunch of pears.
Okay. I can make pear cake.
What is a
too.
Nick cake?
One of your like layered cakes that's decorated.
Oh, okay. Do the fondant again, the marshmallow fondant.
You don't have to do your buttercream is good too.
Yeah, I'm
getting You want to try a Swiss meringue?
Yeah, let's try a Swiss meringue. Let's do that. And then I gotta get my video game in, and I mean, yeah, no. Let me get back to the electric charka thing. I need to do that. That's a good idea. Thank you, Laura. Or Lenora. Rather. I need better glasses for that tiny screen. Okay, well, I'm done.
I've been done for a while.
Yes. And oh, look. Hey, Instagram is telling us that we've got 1:33 remaining and counting.
Before they drop us.
Before they drop us.
Oh, so see, perfect timing.
So it's exactly an hour, apparently. That. So I took longer this time than I usually do.
And I think I just agreed to buy like 3 fleeces. So.
Just now?
Yesterday. We have to figure out shipping.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. It's been fun as usual. I feel like I should use that minute that it's going to take before it kicks us off.
Yeah, are you just going to slowly drag this out?
So it's 56 seconds remaining. Is there anything else that we want to mention? You have your Spinalong for New Year's Eve. That we should.
I'm doing
advertise.
spin in.
Spin in, yes.
Or crafternoon. I called it a New Year's Eve crafternoon.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be exclusive.
That's all of us. We're all about inclusivity here.
Yeah.
So yeah, craft along.
Crafternoon.
Crafternoon. You could always cast it as well.
I could.
Yeah.
If people
25
are okay.
seconds.
So that'll be a New Year's Eve at the
Yeah.
studio from 12 to 4 if
Yeah.
you are local.
If you're in the area, we'd love to see you in person. If you're not,
And then
we'd love to see you online.
Christmas was right after the end of the Base 12 Spinalong.
Yeah.
I will start my 12 days of casting on.
Oh gosh. Well, we're not going to cast that. Lenora has a request for the last 3 seconds. Perfect timing on the Instagram. It finished up, and now thank you all on YouTube for joining us as well. I think we should try and set up the actual good camera next time, and we'll see if that works.
Yeah, we should.
All right.
Okay.
See you tomorrow. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.